Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So tonight, Dad and I and Dad's Strength are all in the shop working on the tractors, trying to get them all together for plow day. Dad's got a lot of his paint work done on the 720, got the front axle all repainted. It's all put back together. So as soon as the paint dries, we're gonna throw the tires and rims back on the front, and then it's ready to start. He's working on putting his brackets on for his fenders that we got him. And Dad's Strength actually got the fenders over there, and he's painting them. And I'm working on the hydraulic on the MC. After I get the hydraulic done, I'll move on to the 12 volt conversion. So I got to rewire all that. But first, I got to get this hydraulic stuff done so I can get the alternator back up where it belongs. Because with the alternator there, I can't really work on anything on the hydraulic pump because it's in the way. So I made this fitting out of a actual return line for a, MT. Got a piece of it from Rich at New Pairs Tractor Parts because I could not come up with the right fitting here, or the right fitting to thread in here to convert this to pipe thread. So what I had to do, don't mind my welds, I burnt through this real thin tube and I had to kind of layer it. Kind of looks a little, I don't know, rough, but it's okay. It's nice and sealed up. So anyways, I had to make this short tube out of one of the actual return tubes or suction tubes. And I just welded a 1/2 inch hydraulic fitting on top. And now it's going to go here. And then my suction hose will come from my tank or reservoir, whatever you want to call it, from there up to here. We're going to mount a filter down in here so our oil is filtered, which Dad's Strength's working on a bracket for me right now. So once he gets that bracket done, we'll start at the reservoir, we'll put everything together, and we'll work our way up to here. And we'll get this fitting put in. And as you can see, now instead of going up and over to the console and down, our hose will just come through here. Now originally on the tractor they had a steel line that went up and over and down through the console to run the rock shaft and stuff. So now I've got a tall 3/8 hydraulic fitting threaded in here, and a 3/8 pressure line will come up and go on here. So anyways, I'm going to get a lot of this put together and we'll get a little video later on. I'll show you how we did it. Okay, so due to limited time, I didn't really make videos throughout the process. But we have everything put together. Everything's sealed up. I've got oil in the reservoir. We haven't started the tractor yet or anything because we got to do the wiring. So tomorrow night, we're going to work on finishing 12 volt conversion. And maybe we'll get it all buttoned back up and get it running again tomorrow night. We'll see what happens. So starting at the pump here, got our pump mounted, got our suction line back in, got our hose come down and around. I'm going to do some zip tie in here, and eventually if I paint the tractor, I'll probably either put these in some kind of loom or something. I don't know yet. But this hose, I think I'm going to have made a little shorter. But as you know from the Surplus Center video unboxing, I bought these as pre-made hoses. So that's why this one's a hair long. So anyways, our suction, we've got a filter base, which Dad's Strength made the bracket for it, and he painted it. And the paint's still wet, so we haven't got that mounted up. But we're just going to drill 2 holes in the frame here, and then he put 2 holes in the bracket, and we'll bolt that up. So we come back to our reservoir here. We've got our valve. This is basically just a loader valve, basically. It's got a return in it, so when you're not using it, it's just returning the oil back into the reservoir. So I kind of liked the way I did this. I went with these tall 90s so that they were over the tops of these 90s, so you weren't trying to put one this way, one that way, and try to go between. Kind of give it a nice clean look right there, I think. So what I done here was I come down, and don't mind these. I got to redo this because when I welded them together, I kind of got this one a little crooked. In a hurry trying to get stuff done. But I'm going to order 2 more of these 90s, and I'm going to redo this whole plate because I didn't like the way it turned out. So that's why we didn't prime this one. So we got a remote on this fender. And we come over here. Got 2 more hoses I had to grab in town today. I had to get 2 5-footers to come down and around. We come around the front of the seat here, which I got the cushion off so you can see. And we come over to this fender. We put a long 90 here and we put a short 90 here. And that got us, made it a nice layout right here so it looks good. And we've got a remote here. So this tractor has 2 remotes, which is kind of uncommon for these old girls to have 2 remotes. But don't ask why I put 2 remotes on it. You never know what I might get into. I might make a grater blade or something with angle or tilt. Who knows? So I just went ahead. You know, the valve was only like, I think it was 20 bucks more to get a double valve. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and throw 2 remotes on it. It'd be kind of cool. So turned out real nice. I got some more zip tying I want to do to just hold hoses. I done some here. Looks real good, holds them apart and stuff. But the only thing I did, and I don't know if I like it yet, but this valve, because of the nature of the ports, the way they come out, it was just easier to mount it this way. So when you want to go up and down with your implement, you got to pull them sideways, sideways. I don't think it's really going to matter all that much. But, you know, I'm used to the John Deere tractors where it's this way. But, I mean, I don't think it's going to be an issue. Because this port right here is your return to tank. And this is your pressure. And as you can see, it just worked out well to put the return to tank down here in this bung. And then it just worked well to bring the pressure line up from the pump and just put it right in this port. And then to come out of this tank for the suction, it just worked out well to come out of this corner bung and put it in to the suction of the pump. So tomorrow night we'll get it running and we'll see how the hydraulic system works. I think it'll work flawlessly. I hope this pump is in good shape, which it should be. The only questionable thing is I might need to get the new rubber that goes in this compression fitting, because it seems like it might be a hair loose, but as long as it don't leak, I don't think we'll have an issue. But you can see that other fitting in the back right there. Everything worked out nice. It came out with a good clean look. I'm happy with it. So if you got an MC and you want to put hydraulic on it, I think this is the way to do it. After we get it running and we play with it some, we'll see what it's like. And if you're interested in how I done it and what I ordered to do it with, just ask in the comments and I'll tell you. But you can see it's just a valve with 1/2-inch ports and 1/2-inch fittings. These were 24-inch long hoses. I think this one was like a foot long that I had laying around. And then to get to that side, these were 5-footers. I think I used a 24 here, and I think this was a 72. That's actually a 3/8 reduced down. This is 1/2-inch and reduced it down to 3/8. But yeah, a 72-inch hose done that. And then I think that is a 4-footer right there. So anyways, all stuff I got from the surplus center except these 2 hoses, which I could have got them at the surplus center, but I only ordered 4-footers. Found out that we needed a little extra length after the fact. So I went ahead and run to town, and these are pre-made Apache hoses, which they're the same thing. Now the pressure system on this tractor isn't much. I think it's only like 600 or 700 pounds. So everything that I used is 3,000 PSI. So we don't ever have to worry about a hose blowing out or anything. We've got plenty of pressure rating on everything. I think this valve was rated for like 4,000. So don't have to worry about any pressure issues. We've got that covered. So anyways, if you enjoyed this episode of Dirt Grain Steel, give me a like. I'd greatly appreciate that. Share these videos if you want to. I'd really appreciate that. Get me out there. So anyways, thank you for watching. And, well, we'll look at 720 real quick. Dad got his fender brackets mounted up. Cleaned the holes out, so the fender brackets are on. Front axle's all painted up. He likes to paint his hubs green. So, front axle's painted. And then Dad's strength started working on the fenders. So I know we're painting stuff with spray cans right now, but when we're all said and done, this tractor will be completely repainted. The tin work's going to be professionally done. It's going to be beautiful. So this is just so it's not so ugly right now. So, but really it don't look too bad. I love that air cleaner that we put on there. I had to get one. As soon as we got this tractor, first time we went to New Paris Tractor Parts, I bought that air cleaner. I've always liked those. It didn't have it originally. The knockout was still in the hood and everything, and it breathed out from under the hood. And I've just always liked those air cleaners. So I said, you know what? We're going to get one of those pre-cleaners for it. I got to have it. So got that put on stuff. Looks really cool. One other thing I want to do is get a actual 720 muffler without the dent inside of it. So that is an A muffler or G muffler, whatever's got the steering rod out the hood. So that's got to go. It's got to get a 720 muffler. So anyways, tomorrow night, hopefully we'll be starting this tractor up and running it. So I'm pretty excited. We got to get fuel back in it, and she's ready to roll again. So anyways, don't forget plow day next Saturday coming up, April 10th. So if you want to come join us. Come just watch, bring a tractor, participate, whatever you want to do. So anyways, thank you for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.